Hi again, this is Doug Williams with Viva Las Vegas Autos, and today we have a pretty incredible little vehicle. About a year ago, a young lady came to me and she said, "Do you want to buy my Jeep? I'm going to go buy a new car, a new Jeep actually." And so she brought this to us because she knew we do classic cars and restorations, and she said, "I really want you guys to have this because I know that it's really a neat vehicle, but I'd like to see it taken over by somebody who would give it the love that it needs." When it came in, the paint was a little dull on it. It's all original paint. It was rust free, and it had jacked up big nasty tires on it and wheels that I didn't like. It had Sparco seats, like maybe it was something like a Sparco, but it wasn't a Sparco. But it had some weird seats inside that were just horrific. And I looked at this vehicle and I thought, yeah, we need to take this one on, because it was a rust-free Jeep Wrangler Sahara package, the 88 version, and it was just really a well cared for vehicle that just needed love. So we spent the last year refurbishing this vehicle and making it nice. Did the head had the heads redone on the motor. They needed it. Did a lot of other alterations on it. We took off the big wheels that were there and found the original Jeep Sahara wheels, had those powder coated and retrimmed, and found the hubcaps and put a new bumper on it there that you can see, polished out the paint, and this is all original paint. This has not been painted, and there's no rust, and it's just really in great condition for a 1988. The seats were a challenge. The interesting thing about the seats, as we walk around this vehicle, you'll be able to see the exterior and how nice everything turned out. When you see the pictures of the undercarriage, you'll see that the frame is absolutely beautiful. You look at the paint, it shines, getting a little thin, but still looks fantastic. I just didn't have the heart to repaint this thing because it was just too nice. You'll see in the pictures that it has a hard top with it. We put the running boards on there, those are new. Did a few other things to it. We just took off the top today to show how it looks without the top for the first time. Put those little bumperettes on the back, has a tow package, the wiring for that. And then we did something special with the interior. It was horrible. It had the original seat, but in terrible shape. And it was improperly covered. And then it had those awful racing off-road bucket seats inside. And y'all notice that those seats look like Jeep seats, but they're not. I mean, what's this doing down here? And what's the armrest doing in the middle? Well, I looked online to find original Jeep bucket seats that I could have redone in the Sahara style. And if you'll notice, these are sewn just like the Sahara seats are, with the fold there in the middle, the belt at the top, missing the buckle right here, but they look just like the Sahara seats in the style that the Sahara was done. And then you've got these Wrangler pockets in the back of the seats, custom done. But where are those armrests coming from? Well, I went to a junkyard and wanted to find seats that would be stylized pretty much identical to the Jeep seats, but finding Jeep seats was impossible because you don't see these things at junkyards. But I did find a Windstar van, and these are front seats out of a later model Windstar van, completely recovered and redone in the Sahara look. So, and they just fit perfectly. They're even on the correct lift for getting into the rear. But they just look great in here. The interior, as you can see, is in great shape on it. The carpets were redone. Again, when you look down on the corners, there's no rust anywhere you look. Just really, really nice. Of course, this seat folds forward and lifts up, flips up as well. But these things have a Velcro flap on them and then a pocket for putting stuff into. Seat belts back here, of course. Roll bar and everything is in great shape. Well, we had fun with this one and redoing the whole engine area. If you look inside the engine, it turned out beautiful. Now, this vehicle came from the factory with air conditioning, but we really couldn't find a underdash unit for it. So we left the brand new air conditioning in here, redid the heads, redid the carburetor on it, but we did not put an underdash air conditioning system in this vehicle. So that's something we left, but all the piping and everything is still there and should be functional without any problem. But brand new battery in there, and again, just real nice looking everywhere you look. So let's take this thing for a spin. Now we got it out here because we usually do, if you've watched my videos before, we usually do videos out on a little park, a paved park down below us here, but we thought with this Jeep today we'd do some four-wheeling. So we're gonna do this four-wheel style. So let's take this thing out for a spin. Now getting into the car, again, you have the recliner on the seat, armrests that can flip up out of the way, and this seat has the normal Jeep flip forward condition on it. Of course, tilt steering, automatic. When we got it, it had an Alpine sound system in it, which it still does, but it had these speaker boxes behind the seats that I didn't want to put back in, so we didn't. So you'll have to bear with that and put your own speakers in, or I can obviously send the speakers that came with it with the speaker boxes and everything like that. So down here you'll see the items for the air conditioning, which would have been installed all the way across the bottom of the dash there. So the only alteration in here that you see right there is the horn button, because the horn up here doesn't work. Tilt steering wheel and all that kind of good stuff as well. So let's go for a drive. Okay, here we go. Four-wheel drive works great on it. We've already got it in four-wheel drive. It's got a 2-inch body lift on it. With a top off, a beautiful spring day here in Boulder City. This is what I love, what I do. Lots of fun. That looks like a fun hill to go down and back up. Let's try it out. Okay, here we go. Why not? It's like a big hill. It is a big hill. It's like straight down. It's always fun. But if you're buying four-wheel drive, you want to know that the four-wheel drive will work, right? So, and this does work. Let's go back up. That is a steep hill. Guess we'll find out. Don't really have off-road tires on it, but we'll just take it slow and go. So heading it back out of the park, down to paved ground. Beautiful out here in Boulder City. So as usual, we're putting this Jeep on Bring a Trailer. We love hearing from our commenters. I hope nobody's offended by Ford Windstar seats being in a Jeep that looked like Jeep seats, custom covered to look like the Sahara package, but I just thought it was cool and it worked out perfect. But this Jeep does also drive on pavement, just so you know. So we're gonna switch this thing into 4-wheel drive now, or 2-wheel drive. Just go down below here, throw it in 2 high, put it in drive. It's as simple as that. So we hope you enjoyed the video. A little different than usual, but we have fun doing our off-road vehicles like that. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, I'll be readily there to enjoy answering them for you. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. My name is Doug Williams.